Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to look at how to find new keyword ideas for your blog or website using a method called content gap analysis. Let's get started. So, content gap analysis or keyword gap analysis basically is a method that identifies keywords that your competitors are ranking for, but your website does not. So, to do this, I'm going to take a sample company, and that company's name is Narwhal Inc. They're a data and AI company. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking their website URL. I'll go to Hrefs. First, I will put in their URL and click enter. And you will be able to here see the different metrics that are related to Narwhal's SEO strength, starting from domain rating to backlinks to how many keywords they are ranking for, etc. What you need to do here is you need to go to a section called content gap on the left side. When you go to content gap, what you need to do is, or what the tool will ask you to do is to input a list of competitor websites. So basically, like I said, the way it works is Hrefs looks at competitor websites and looks for overlaps in keywords and finds out all keywords that Narva link is not ranking for, but competitors are. So here, for the purpose of the analysis, I'm going to be taking a couple of other data companies. The first one is Tiger Analytics. So let me copy the URL and put it here in Hrefs. Let me also take another data and AI company, which is Tredence. So I've taken the competitors in such a way that they probably also would be creating a lot of content, so that when I compare Narwhal Inc. with them, I get a decent number of keywords. So I go back and put this in Hrefs again. Now what I need to do is to click on show keywords. So what Hrefs will do is it will look at all the keywords the other two websites are ranking for and what Narwhalink is not ranking for, and it will give me like a list of keywords. So as you can see here, Hrefs tells me in United States there are 201 keywords that Narwhalink is not ranking for, but competitors are. And depending on the region of interest, you can change this to any country of your choice. But I'm going to be going with US here. So what I'll be doing here is I'll export this data. So once I export this data, I'm going to go there, I'm going to open the sheet, and what I get here is a list of keywords along with certain parameters like the volume, the keyword difficulty, and a few others, cost per click, etc. For SEO purposes, the two most important metrics or values that I need to look at are volume and keyword difficulty. So ideally, when you pick keywords for optimizing your website for search engines, you need to pick high volume keywords with as low a difficulty as possible. But in most scenarios, in some scenarios, you might find such keywords. Like for example, uh, let me look at something. Yeah. So here, if you look at data engineering services, you will see that the volume is 500, which is very decent, and the difficulty is only 12. So this is a very good keyword that Narwhal Inc. can go after. Now, before we even get there, before we even choose keywords based on keyword and difficulty, one thing to note here is that you obviously need to avoid all those irrelevant keywords. An example of an irrelevant keyword can be a brand related keyword, because uh, Narva Link wouldn't obviously want to rank for a keyword like Tiger Analytics or Traders, because they are competitor brand related keywords. So you need to manually go ahead and remove those keywords, and there are a couple of ways in which you can actually do it. You can actually here you can see that the keywords are already ordered in terms of the volume. If you want, you can create the order by keyword difficulty. You can prioritize or sort the keyword by keyword difficulty too. but for me it works here. And what I need to now do is go through all the individual keywords. I think there were a total of 201, right? If you look at the total number, yeah, there are 201 keywords. And now I need to manually go through and remove all those keywords that I think are not relevant. In certain cases this number of keywords can be very high, in which case what you can actually do is look at all the keywords. uh, so if I filter the data, what I can do is I can remove all the keywords beyond a certain level of difficulty. So maybe let me take that number as 20 here, right? So I don't want any keyword which has a difficulty of more than 20 to be included in the list, because then it reduces my chances of getting ranked for those keywords. So now I have like a select list of keywords, and maybe I can try and copy paste this to another sheet just to make it a little easy. So here you can see that there are now a total of 187 keywords. The next step for me is to go ahead and manually remove all the irrelevant keywords. Like I said, it can be brand related keywords, it can be a keyword that is not relevant to Narwhal Inc.'s services. This step you definitely have to do manually. Now, once you do that cleanup process, you will end up with a very narrow, very highly relevant list of keywords that you can go after. And this can be for your service pages, or this can be for your blog post that you're planning to write. So doing it this way, you will get a good pool of keywords by comparing your website with competitors which are who are already doing well, pretty well in terms of creating content, so that you always don't have to mine for new ideas. You look at what others are doing well already, and you develop, or you create better content. In this context, you can actually think about Brian Dean's skyscraper technique, where the idea basically says you take a particular keyword, look at the content your competitors or other websites have created around that particular keyword, go ahead and create a better piece of content, and that way your content is likely to rank higher compared to those other websites over time.